All right, y'all. So this is the, I guess, whole list of mods that I have done to my 2019 Honda Civic Si named Luna. We have a whole bunch of stuff here, and you probably clicked on the video because you saw the wrap and you're like, what the fuck? There's a lot, but let's get right into it. So let's start off with the front end. So we have quite a bit going on here. So we'll start off with the front splitter. This is a Street Arrow front splitter. I think this is one of their older designs. I believe this was made for an LX though, because I bought this off a guy that had an LX. So it fits a little differently than it would on an LX, and if they had an SI one, it would fit. I think it would stick out more. But honestly, I really dig how this one looks. You know, it's kind of a little more on the sides, concealed, doesn't stick out as much, but still has a lot of front end poke to it. I really enjoy it. I do have it somewhat mounted to the crash bar, so I could stand on it without it like wanting to come off, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's the front splitter, Street Arrow front splitter. Right behind that we have the G Plus intercooler. Now that is not an intercooler that no one has ever really used. Everyone usually goes Mishimoto PRL, which makes sense. I mean, they're higher end stuff. I decided to go with a budget intercooler just to see, figured why not. It was only 200 and something bucks, but it actually works pretty well. My IETs usually stay around 10 degrees above ambient. And from what I hear, Mishimoto intercoolers run around the same, but that's what I read on a forum. Maybe I'm wrong, but this intercooler is freaking awesome. Even for 200 and something bucks, the intercooler makes a massive difference with the heat soak. So, like I said, it was only 200 bucks. So if I figured if it was going to be trash, I didn't really waste that much money. So rocking the G Plus intercooler, I'm happy with it. I don't feel the need for anything else. We also have the fog lights on both sides have been removed. We actually have tubing here that's actually going to the brakes. I'm not sure if you can actually see inside there, but those are actually going to the brakes. If you can see the tube right there, it's going into the wheel well. That way it can cool the brakes off, and I also have the fenders cut. I'll get to that later, so the air can go out that. We do have the American modified mock-up of the Jay's Racing Grill, so a lot of airflow can get into the engine bay here, a massive gain of airflow over the stock grill, which is like pretty much completely restricted besides little openings here and there. So that is a huge difference here with this grill, is all that air that can actually get into the engine bay to cool off the turbo and the engine and stuff. So that was definitely a huge improvement on that. We do have a Kyrostar front tow strap, which is actually mounted to the crash bar. Everything on this car is functional, okay? Because this is a track-built SI that I'm going to be tracking. So everything on this car is functional. So all the tow straps are actually to the crash bar and properly mounted and stuff. So that's the tow strap, and this is pretty much the whole front end. On the headlights, we have the OEM headlights still for the 19s, actually the 17 through 19 SIs, but I have it tinted with a 35% tint. So it does look a little better, more aggressive. I like that. It kind of makes the front end a little sleeker. Now we have one of the most controversial mods that I have done on as far as exterior wise, my hood vent. Now, maybe you already know what the frick this is. This is actually an AC vent from a house that I ended up cutting to actually be functional. Not the best job, but I'll give my reasoning for that. So this car is going to be tracked before I actually buy a carbon hood, and I don't feel like spending $800 right now. So I figured, you know what, while I have the car as it is, this is just to kind of keep some of the heat out. Again, yes, it's cheaply done, whatever. An OEM hood is less than 200 bucks. So, I mean, big frickin' whoop. Y'all can roast me for all you want to. Oh, well, I plan on running the carbon hood, I think, in the future. I don't know. But for now, temporary, either way, it does let some of the heat out. So that's the front end of, like the exterior stuff. But if we move, obviously, to the side here, we got some smoke side markers. I don't even have these plugged in because these are actually not what I thought they were. I just have them unplugged, but pretty much blacks the whole car out on the side, and I really enjoy how that looks. So it's pretty much blends in with the paint. So that's for the side markers. We have, for the wheels, they are Adhon AH06s. These are 18 by 9 plus 30. Beautiful wheel. I mean, the offset is just gorgeous. The fitment's pretty good. I need an alignment. I think the wheel is slightly turned to the left, so it's kind of poking out a little more than usually it does. But beautiful wheels. I absolutely love them. And behind that, we have the R1 Concepts slotted rotors. I didn't go for drilled because they actually, apparently on track, drilled can crack. So I went with slotted instead, and they are very shiny, You can see me, bingo. Pads wise, still OEM. I'm gonna get those upgraded pretty soon. Calipers, still OEM as well. We are running .4 brake fluid, just Prestone currently. I am running .4 instead of .3, but I do plan on going with some Multil or something, RBF 600, you know, in the future. That way I have some really high-end brake fluid that won't boil on the track. As I was saying before, we have the fenders cut here. This is so all the high pressure on the wheel well can escape. Helps with drag, and all the high-end time attack cars, you know, usually have some kind of thing here to let all that air out. On the mirrors, we have these kind of horn style, M3 kind of style mirror caps, and the reason I have those is I heard they actually keep the air from going inside the window whenever you have the windows open, because for the open track days, you have to have your windows open in the front, and that kind of helps air not get in there and become all turbulent and annoying. So that's why I have those. Apparently helps the air kind of go over and whatnot. So I have those. I also have these eBay window visors. Actually, these are really nice too. For eBay, these are really freaking nice. I love these. They have little hooks or whatever that kind of keep them in like the door so that they won't come off, I guess. But yeah, these are very nice. I love these. We have the rap herself. Okay, this is a lot of people have different opinions about this. You all probably don't care. This is Princess Luna. All right, it's a My Little Pony character. Whatever. Also got the stars. I'm not going to go too in depth with her because most people don't really give a shit. We are lowered on D2 springs. I just went with springs for now because I wanted to keep my adjustable suspension. So I'm not on coils. I know a lot of people are like, why are you on coils? I really want to keep my suspension to be adjustable. It's plenty stiff with these springs. These springs are absolutely amazing. They feel just like OEM. You just sit a little lower. In the rear, obviously same setup, same wheels, but we do have the Godspeed Racing camber arms in the back. That way I can kind of adjust my camber, because without them, my wheels sit like this and I go through tires like crazy. So I got the Godspeed rear camber arms in the back to help with that. We got this Primitive Performance V3 high kick duckbill here. Very nice duckbill, pretty big duckbill too. I did go ahead and actually custom did the third brake light into it. That way I didn't lose that. So I took it from the OEM wing, which is right there, and decided to go ahead and cut it and put it into the duckbill, and it actually does work. I have it all wired up and stuff, so that was pretty cool. I do have this aftermarket badge here. I got it off eBay as well. I don't know what brand it is, but it's like the Type R badge, just in black. We also got these splitter rods I put into the duckbill. I have this duckbill drilled through the trunk, so I mean it's not coming off at all, but I got these supports here as well to kind of keep it from flexing. And then I got the rear vents cut out, okay, and also as well as the mesh here. That way all that high pressure air that gets stuck in here and creates like a parachuting effect can now escape. That helps with drag and acceleration and whatnot. So that's that. Another Kyostar toe strap, also mounted to the crash bar, fully functional, and it's ready to go. Hopefully I don't need it, but yeah. Also, was kind of rice about this, but I spray painted the exhaust. Alright, that's the exterior. I do have the windows also tinted, 5% on all 4 windows, and I got a 5% strip up here. The rest of the windshield is just, I guess, OEM, and this is like, I think, 35%, I don't know. Alright, moving on to the interior. So, pretty basic in here. So, I have my K-tuner. I have a 1.2 K-tuner, and I have my phone mounted to a magnet up here, which is actually pretty cool. And I have my gauges set up like so. Once it actually loads, I'll show you what it looks like. We are sponsored by Mishimoto, so I have their turbo blanket, which isn't installed yet, but I do have their Mishimoto weighted shift knob with a Boomba Racing short shifter lever. It's not the whole short shifter assembly, just the lever, but I do really enjoy the shifter, and the shift knob is really wonderful. We don't have rear seats, and the trunk is gutted, so I have quite a bit of weight reduction in this car. I probably saved around 60 pounds doing all that, but yeah, so no rear seats. I got a lot of stuff in the back, though, but that's taken care of. Also, I don't have a shift boot. I did a shift boot delete. So also the gauge is just loaded, so that's what the gauge setup looks like. Well, obviously when the car is running, it looks a lot nicer, but that is the setup we have. And really handy, I have it directly over the steering wheel, so it's really easy to look at and makes it kind of a cool little cockpit experience. Pop the hood real quick, show you guys what I'm running under the hood. You know, I got a 2JZ under here, you already know. Alright guys, under the hood we are rocking the AEM short ram intake We have the DC Sports strut bar. I have a lot of the stuff DEI heat wrapped, even some of the coolant lines and stuff. But I have the this is OEM turbo inlet pipe, but I have turbo inlet pipe wrapped as well as the intake wrapped. Even the box is wrapped on the bottom as well. That really helps keep the temps down. I noticed just a little bit of a difference doing that. Kind of keeps some of that heat from getting soaked into the intake. With this car, I'm running K-Tuner. Just a base map 23 PSI tune, and right now, currently with the mods I have, I'm probably pushing right around 250 wheel horsepower, maybe 270 pound-feet of torque, and that's, this car weighs less than 2,900 pounds, so this car definitely does get up and move pretty freaking well. But that's what we got under the hood here. Kind of a pretty simple setup here, nothing really too crazy. But she definitely does get the job done. I also removed the Civic lettering on the back of the trunk. I don't know if that's relevant. You already saw that, but yeah, there's no Civic there. Besides the little things, like I even painted the brake calipers black. I mean, this is pretty much it for this car for what we've done to it so far. We do have some future stuff, so I already have a wing ordered that's being custom made in Georgia. Kind of a nice GT wing for the back. And I do plan on going with some better brake pads. I have to do the rear rotors. The rear rotors are OEM. They're not slotted. I do have them over there, though. I just have to install them. But, yeah, pretty much that's what we got running on Luna, okay? It's like this is a pretty dedicated track build that ideally a lot of stuff has been done to it. But, I mean, I freaking love the car. I didn't also mention the fact that obviously the mesh is cut. There's nothing there. That's the mod list we have. I absolutely adore this car with all my heart. A lot of people, are very kind of about some of the things I've done to it, but whatever. It's my car. They ain't paying my bills, so you know what? Why should it matter? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on Luna or what you think of what I should do next or something, let me know in the comments. Honestly, we're pretty much coming to an end here. I do plan on doing a rear motor mount maybe, and just some kind of like little things here and there. But for now, this is what we got. She's coming out pretty good. I'm really happy with her, how she's came out so far. So we're going to go ahead and just keep on chugging along with her, get some more stuff done. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed, I'm going to find you and I'm going to steal all your clothes. All right? I'm going to steal every bit of your clothes. All right? And as always, guys, deuces!